Every week, the captivating storyline of the Bloodline Civil War has enthralled the WWE Universe. We anticipate a character shift from Paul Heyman upon his return, which might signal yet another dramatic turn of events. Since the new Bloodline, consisting of Solo Sikoa and the other members of SmackDown, eliminated the Wiseman on June 28th, he has been sitting on the sidelines. Much has transpired during his departure, with Roman Reigns' return sparking a highly publicized conflict with his cousins. Cody Rhodes, the current undisputed WWE champion, and the original tribal chief have formed an odd partnership. In a first-of-its-kind tag team battle at October 5's Bad Blood Premium Live event, the two guys will team up to take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. A lot of people are curious about the return dates of Paul Heyman and Jimmy USO. At Bad Blood, rumor has it that half of the USOs will be back. Regarding the special counsel, Dave Meltzer has found out that WWE is secretly planning to reintegrate Heyman into the company at the right timing. As previously stated before his TV cancellation, the Wiseman would reportedly play the role of a babyface. How much longer, however, will Paul Heyman play the role of babyface? According to a new story from Zero News, The Rock and Paul Heyman are planning to team up in the lead-up to WrestleMania 41 in 2019. If that's the case, we may soon see yet more treachery inside the Bloodline. JUSO expressed uncertainty about how the creative team plans to reunite him with the Bloodline in a Metro interview. On the other hand, the Yeet Master hinted that WWE could be introducing additional new characters to the current plot. For the remainder of the year, Jay will be featured in advertisements for every episode of Raw. It remains to be seen if he will team up with Roman Reigns to challenge the Bloodline, who is commanded by Solo Sikoa. While shocking turns and memorable feuds are nothing new in the WWE Universe, fans' attention has recently focused on a particular feud between Solo Sikoa, the formidable enforcer of the Bloodline, and one of his former victims, who is said to be plotting huge comeback with a new character. Assuming it comes to fruition, this comeback has the potential to further complicate WWE's already thrilling plots. As the newest member of the legendary Anoa'i family to join WWE, Solo Sikoa has quickly established himself as a formidable opponent. Solo has risen to fame quickly, but he has left a trail of fatalities due to his vicious assaults and unfaltering devotion to Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. An ex-WWE superstar whose career was drastically changed by a vicious assault by Sikoa, an attack that left both physical and mental scars, is among the fatalities. The word on the street is that this former victim is plotting a comeback to WWE, but this time under a new identity and with a grudge to settle. Solo Sikoa's rise through the ranks of WWE has been spectacular. He made his debut in 2022 and quickly became the company's dominating force, banding together with Roman Reigns, the USOs, and the remainder of the Bloodline group. Being the group's go-to enforcer has given him the reputation to be one of WWE's most intimidating rivals. Solo has been in several high-profile feuds, and his famous Samoan spike has rendered many opponents unconscious in the ring. He is known for his hushed, intimidating approach. Because of his vicious personality and relentless approach, he has become a vital element of WWE's narrative, especially when fans are engrossed in the Bloodline tale. A horrific incident involving Solo occurred during an angry rivalry with a budding celebrity whose career was tragically ended by a terrible assault. The startling and vicious assault left this victim wounded and written out from WWE, where he had been seen as a potential prospect. Incredulous onlookers watched as Solo solidified his status as WWE's deadliest enforcer with a succession of brutal punches. The wounded celebrity, who was beloved by fans for their dynamic stage presence and electrifying performances, vanished from view. Their assault clearly ended their WWE career, at least temporarily, though the details of their injuries were never completely revealed. As months went by with no updates on the superstar's rehabilitation, fans started to question if they would ever be back in WWE. Nevertheless, fresh information suggests that the previous victim is not only preparing to return, but they would do it under a completely different identity, shocking fans and even Solo Sikoa himself. This famous person has reportedly spent the better part of a year developing a new persona, according to reliable insiders. So, what's the point? To return to WWE with a new persona that mirrors the mental and physical makeover they've had after being rendered ineffective due to Solo's vicious assault. Reportedly, this person is no longer satisfied to be the same exuberant, crowd-pleasing entertainer they once were. They are adopting a darker, more vindictive image and want to address their demons from the past, beginning with Solo Sikoa. Legend has it that this superstar's new persona is far different from anything fans have seen from him in the past. The Ritter-knee, who is said to be unpredictable and unforgiving, will not only step up their game in the ring, but will also use psychological warfare and mind games, similar to Solo's own brutal, no-nonsense approach. The goal is to design a figure that is unbeatable on all fronts, intellectually and physically, someone who can challenge the enforcer of the bloodline and emerge victorious. This comeback, if confirmed, has the potential to reawaken one of the most intense feuds in WWE history. The assault by Solo Sikoa was more than simply a physical brawl. It was a public disgrace that asserted Solo's and the Bloodline's dominance in the WWE. This comeback isn't only about getting right for the victim, it's also about regaining their WWE prestige and demonstrating that they can triumph over anything. But Solo Sikoa isn't exactly a walk in the park. Since committing his heinous act, Solo has further strengthened his grip on power and authority within the bloodline. His devotion to Roman Reigns and lightning-fast, devastating maneuvers have elevated him to the status of one of WWE's most dangerous men. The superstar's mental fortitude is just as important as their physical power if they want to take on this monster. The scene is being prepared for a monumental showdown. We haven't seen anything like the victim's new persona, who is hell-bent on revenge and has been reborn from hardship in WWE before. Going back into the ring isn't the only motivation for this person. It's a statement about how much stronger, smarter, and deadly they are compared to before. This kind of massive comeback, particularly one with such high stakes, could completely upend WWE's narrative structure. A major character in the continuing storyline involving Roman Reigns, the USOs, and the changing power dynamics within the group is Solo Sikoa, who is a member of the Bloodline. A past victim's return to exact vengeance on Solo has the potential to further complicate the storyline of the Bloodline and jeopardize the faction's stability.